Hey, hello and welcome to Adventure Bound Off-Road. I'm Alfred. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. If you've been with us before, then you guys have probably noticed that the background's a little bit different. Well, tonight I'm filming this in my home garage. Tonight I'm going to be going through some of the issues I've had with the current light setup on my Jeep TJ, and what I'm going to be doing to resolve it. So please, go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe, and let's get started. So before I get started with the issues with the lights, let me give you guys a little background on my Jeep TJ, because just until recently, it hasn't looked like this. So back in May, the Adventure Bound team went up to Moab, Utah, and we went out there for a week of wheeling. Unfortunately, on the second day, I had a little mishap, and the Jeep ended up getting rolled over on the passenger side. When it did that, it crushed in the fender, it rolled in the windshield, dented in the hood, and had some issues, some damage on the tub on the back passenger side. The fenders were plastic, they were the bushwhackers, they were completely crushed. And I was kind of crushed too because I saw the Jeep and first rollover, and the obstacle wasn't even all that crazy. It was just like a 3-foot step down, and at the end of the day, I still blame the spotter. But we rolled the Jeep over, started right up, and we kept pushing for the rest of the week, and we wheeled, and I wasn't going to let a trip to Moab slow me down. But it came out with a pretty good story. So fast forward, we come back from Moab, and we're kind of doing like a damage assessment. See, the fenders, were crushed, the windshield was crushed, the hood was crushed, and the bumper was an old one, and it was all rusted out. The Jeep's originally from the Northeast, so the bumper I wanted to replace, along with the majority of it, right? Luckily enough, the grill sustained no damage, lucky enough. But, so I kind of started going through things, and I was like, I saw a lot of products from Motobuilt, and I was really kind of, I thought they were really well engineered, really strong, and the styling on them was kind of like the look I was going for. So I bought the 4-inch fender flares from them with the aluminum inner fenders, and I bought the front bumper, and I was going through and doing all the body work at a local shop to fix it for me. But I was like, I'm looking at the lights because the lights I had on it originally were KC, and they were halogens, and they were bright, but they weren't like LED bright, and I just didn't like the draw on the battery. And so, luckily enough, Adventure Bound is located in Escondido, and Baja Designs is just about a 5-minute drive from the shop. They're located in San Marcos. And my buddy Rob, he's always been pushing Baja. He's like, hey, you gotta look into these guys. You gotta look into these guys. They're the best light company out there. That they're the scientists of lights, and that's what they market themselves as. So I got looking at them, and I was like, you know what? Those S2s look really good, on the front of the bumper. They'll literally fit perfectly. And I was like, I'll do those in ambers, and I'll wire them up for the factory switch for the fog lights. And then I saw, I was like, you know what? Sometimes I'll go wheeling at night, and the issue I've always had, is that sometimes you blind a spotter because your headlights are on. So I ended up installing a bumper light below the winch that shines forwards about 5 feet and illuminates the area in front of the Jeep for if you're trying to navigate through like a rock garden, just so your spotter can kind of help you out, but you're not trying to blind the spotter. And then I wanted to do something in the windshield corner because that's where my KC lights were, and I liked how they shot a lot of light forwards. So I continued to look into Baja Designs, and that's when I found these LP4 series lights. I got them in a clear spotlight, so the spot shoots really far ahead of the Jeep, just beyond where the headlight would end. And the cool thing about the LP4s is that they have something called a side shooter. So your spot illuminates forwards, but your side shooter also kind of fills in the gap to the sides of the Jeep as well. But with the side shooters, I discovered an issue, and that's the issue I want to kind of share with you guys today.
And here's the issue that I discovered with the LP4s mounted in the corner of the windshields. After turning on the spots, the side shooters shine directly into the driver's eyes, along with the passenger side.
After I discovered the issue of the side shooter on the LP4, I reached out to Baja Designs thinking that maybe they had a solution for me. But unfortunately, they don't provide a cover for just a single side shooter. So, after some consideration, I think I might have came up with a pretty decent idea.
What I ended up doing was applying 2 layers of vinyl wrapping to the inside corner of the lenses. This should completely block out the light and make these lights less distracting while in use. After taking about 15 minutes to reinstall the modified lenses, we're ready to see if it made any difference. So, as you can tell, the vinyl wrap did exactly what we needed to do. It blocked the light that used to shine into the cab of the Jeep. The vinyl wrap that I ended up using is rated for a higher temperature, so the heat of the LEDs shouldn't destroy it. But time will tell its longevity, and if it ever does fail, I'll be sure to give you guys an update. Baja Designs does a really good job developing their lights, especially these LP series. The only issue was, I don't think they ever designed them to be mounted in the corners of the windshield, so they never thought about how the side shears can blind the occupants. But with this modification, these lights are completely usable now, and hopefully it can solve any issues of the ones who are having the same problems that I did. Once again, my name is Alfred, and I'll catch you guys in the next adventure.